And the thunder rolls. Link down below in the description box if you want to read the shit on your own. Vault Card 2 Welcome to Pandora has been added to the game for owners of the Director's Cut DLC, as well as added bank SDUs for an additional 100 bank spaces. General removed the moving platforms and added air jumps in the final section of the Takedown at the Guardian Breach. Optimized hotfixes already in content and nativized many current hotfixes. Addressed a reported crash that could sometimes occur when the Xbox Series X players would join a game hosted by a player on PC. That's because it can't keep up to the PC. I'm just kidding, calm down. Addressed a reported crash that could occasionally occur when navigating to the shift menu. Addressed a reported crash that could sometimes occur on Stadia when a player blocked and unblocked a player. Make up your damn mind. Addressed a reported crash when quitting the game while using DX12. Addressed a concern from some PlayStation players that their game would occasionally get stuck in local-only mode when matchmaking. See what I did there? Also addressed a reported concern for PlayStation players that were sometimes getting a matchmaking error 5 message when trying to matchmake. Updated the data received from vault cards, as well as updated the impact sounds on the wooden TNT barrels. Updated the prompt to purchase the guns Love and Tentacles. The marriage of Wainwright and Hammerlock, and Psycho Krieg and the fantastic clusterfuck. That's what it's supposed to mean. It says fustercluck. But come on now. Add-ons in the game so that they will be interactable. Updated textures to prevent them from sometimes flickering when following Vaughn after rescuing him in the Sun's Smashers camp. Addressed a reported concern that a player driving a vehicle could occasionally lose functionality after a map transition, as well as included additional language voiceover for Maya funeral behind-the-scenes content. Elle peut maintenant parler le français. C'est très bien. Updated Tyrant of Instinct to behave as expected throughout the fight. Updated previously nativized hotfixes for various hand cannons, the Kaosan weapon, DNA weapon, and the takedown at the Guardian Breach that were not applying correctly, as well as a reported concern about visual stutter sometimes happening on Xbox platforms. That was more of an auditory stutter, but whatever. You get the idea. UI addressed reported concerns that fast travel was sometimes not functioning properly for PlayStation users in Asian countries. Updated the Shift Friends list to prevent placeholder display names from occasionally appearing, as well as updated user ID information for online matchmaking. Updated the report player function in multiplayer to display at the intended scale in split screen. Synced the Vault Card challenges on Stadia to match other platforms. Updated the Vault Card system to prevent new challenges from showing as completed. Updated the context menu of the mail menu to show correctly. Removed blocked players from the social menu. You're out of here. Corrected the error message when a player accepts an invite from another player that had disabled crossplay. Updated the menus to allow a player to connect to a shift account while in co-op, as well as updated the vault card to prevent the chest animation from happening when the card's not active. Updated the Kill 10 Goliaths daily vault card challenge to be tied to a player's account rather than a character. Corrected placeholder email text to have language support. Addressed reported concerns that drag and drop was sometimes not working as expected on PC. Updated status and inventory menus to fit as expected while in ultra-wide resolution. Updated loading screens to show properly when HDR is on. Updated shift account details to display properly in split screen. Updated the host does not own content message for players joining a player who doesn't own the designer's cut content. Added language support for the vault card rewards. Adjusted the positioning of player info from the friends list in the main menu, or in the menu. Character. Updated the operatives SNTNL LMNOP, whatever. Augment static field to return shield energy when doing shock damage to shields. Updated the operative's Diggy clone to spawn the correct amount of grenades. Updated the operative's Assassin 1 head to appear as expected when the Devil Raider skin is applied, as well as addressed a reported concern, a lot of concerns in this, that the Beastmaster was sometimes unable to re-slot their action skill if it was used before respecking. addressed a reported concern that players using the Beastmaster that do not own the Designer's Cut DLC, shame on you, could sometimes select the Ion Loader Pet. Redirected Maya's Face Grasp when players use the Beastmaster to prevent Maya from locking onto the player's pet. Gear updated artifacts that buff shock or corrosive damage to shotguns, so they only act as intended rather than also buffing shotgun damage. Updated the Gunner Weapon Anointment. After exiting Iron Bear, gain 160% increased splash damage for 18 seconds to remove the unlisted increase to shield capacity. As well as updated the Gunner Anointment after exiting Iron Bear. The next 3 magazines will have 33% increased reload speed and 67% increased handling to remove the unlisted incendiary damage. Updated the Gunner Anointment after exiting Iron Bear. The next 2 magazines will have 10% increased fire rate, 20% critical damage increase to remove the unlisted incendiary damage. Hotfix notes. These changes will be live on all platforms by noon Pacific. Again, as always, to apply hotfixes, wait at the main menu until you see a sign that reads, "Hey, fucktard, hotfixes applied." If you're experiencing any issues or want to provide feedback, you can submit them to support.2k.com. Oh, there you go. There's more shit. Great. General. Prevented the pain screeches from Devil and Hellion creatures from triggering rapidly when attacked with a beam rapid-fire weapon. Added the Cartel underbosses that spawn at the end of Revenge of Cartels map with Joey to the bosses that can be killed for the Kill 100 Bosses weekly challenge. This does not include Franco Firewall, who will be included in a future patch. Added collision when walking into the tree by the waterfall next to the Jobber Mogwai's hut. Increased the number of Iridium piles that can spawn in base game maps. Weapon adjustment, Embrace the Pain. Increased weapon damage. Chandelier, increased weapon damage, as well as the Echo, as well as the Hive. And increased the speed of the extra projectiles from the Hive. Vosk's Death Grip, increased weapon damage. And that is it. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like it? Too effing bad. I'll snap it off in your ass when you put the thumbs down. Put you in a nice little wrist lock. And yeah. And as always, if you want to subscribe, naturally, that would be well appreciated. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and who knows, maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.